Yeah, dude. It's just hot as balls. My balls are hot.
But you got like a natural sauna though going on.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about sweating it out a little bit? I've been doing this shit all day, man. I think I've lost I gained like no weight today, no water weight, no any kind of weight today, simply because I've just been sweating shit out.
Yeah.
So
your joints probably feel good though. Nice and
nice and warm.
Nice and warm. Loose. Everything's loose. Yeah.
Massively greased.
Get yourself some hot yoga going on in the room there.
Yeah, I mean, basically, and again, there's like fires going on today, so I can't open the windows and breathe.
I blame it on all the people that say like, "What else can 2020 bring to us?" Fucking fires, guys. Thanks.
Well, what's funny is that I had a conversation specifically with someone that's like, "Man, 2020 has been kind of shitty. Luckily, we haven't had any fires." And sure as shit, dude. I was like,
motherfucker.
And here we are.
On top of
fires.
That, not even just regular Firenados, dude.
Firenados.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. There was actually like the first ever warning of Firenados.
Firenados.
Like, emergency warning, whatever, beep beep type things.
What's next? Sharknados?
Shit. I mean, if there's like a tsunami or some kind of monsoon that comes through on the Pacific coast, it's entirely possible, even though that's never happened.
So would a Firenado be above a Sharknado or below a Sharknado in like the oh shit scale?
I would think that like if there was something powerful enough to lift an entire fucking oceanic organ out of the air or out of the water and into the sky, that is more severe of a type of tornado.
Let's clarify. When you say organ, do you mean like the start of a hockey game organ or like
that too? Yeah, if you can have the guy dan 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 as sharks are flying around him in a tornado, a watery tornado, a warnado, then
that's
I think that's a little bit more severe.
Or a cyclone in the water.
Yeah. But it's got sharks in it, so that makes it a sharknado.
Yeah.
So like a firenado just is fire tornado, right?
Yeah.
A cyclone or a warnado is a water tornado. But a sharknado is a water tornado with sharks. Now, if you're going to tell me that you're going to put like, I don't know, like lava in my fire tornado, then I'd have if it was a lava tornado or something, then it'd be a little bit probably more severe.
But it's a Firenado, right? So it's going to pick up debris and heat that shit up, right? So it's going to spit at you like shards of molten
magma. Well, yeah, but that's what the lava-nado would do.
Right. Well, the lava-nado would be magma, right? Straight from the Earth's core type thing. So that would be like just flinging sticky-ass lava at you. For some reason, I think lava is sticky. I don't know if it really is or not, but I just feel like it would be. Kind of like a napalm type thing. But I don't know. It might not be that way.
I don't know. Go touch it and you let me know. And find out.
I'll be on that. Let's go to the next fucking volcano here and try to get myself some lava. You don't feel that way? You don't feel like lava would be sticky? Like
I feel like it's like Gak from Nickelodeon.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to and juggle it in my hands and like watch it pour from one hand to the other.
Yeah, you should be able to do that, but you can't. That would be a bad idea. That'd be a bad idea.
Should be able to. It's principle of the thing, god damn it.
Fucking Earth. What are you doing? But anyway, so yeah, that I feel like it'd be sticky, and so you'd have magma all over the place if you had a lava-nado. But with the Firenado, you'd have like, I don't know, if it's out in the rural area, you'd have like hot rocks and shit getting flung at you.
Flaming fence boards.
Right. Some like a on fire part of a barn. Yeah, but
when's the last time you got eaten by a fence board? Or bitten by a fence board?
Bitten?
When's the last report you've heard of like, oh my God, I was just standing out in this field and a board bit me?
Well, bitten's another story, right? Because sometimes it bites you. It'll jump out and get you every once in a while. You get a splinter. Get some tweezers.
I think it's like a little bit more of like a poke. That's not a bite. Where like sharks, they fucking bite you and a piece of your body's missing afterwards.
Yeah.
Or you're severely bleeding. I don't know, man. And I would ask Bill Paxton, the actual expert aficionado when it comes to tornadoes, him and Helen Hunt. But Bill Paxton, rest his soul, is no longer with us.
R.I.P.
So
R.I.P.
I can't get a scientific assessment here of validity. The entire tornado community no longer has been able to function. I mean, they just actually named it Category 5 tornado now, just Category Paxton in his honor.
It's just Bill.
Category Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill NATO.
They're trying to name like their tornadoes like they do hurricanes. But I don't know if it's going to take off.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know how else you're going to respect the master of the movie Twister any other way.
Yeah.
So
okay, so we're saying Sharknado is above Firenado, even though
Sharknado,
Firenados could have flaming barn animals or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like a flaming coyote or something.
If it was like a Firenado in like the jungle or like the Sahara where there's like tigers and shit, like a Tiger-nado or a Lion-nado.
Well, this one could have like mountain lions. The one that was over there in California. You never know. Mountain lions on fire.
On fire. Okay, so we'll generalize it a little bit. If your tornado can take a living creature and lift it in the air and use it as a weapon, that's more severe than just an elemental tornado.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah. So, a Sharknado, Lava-nado, Fire-nado, Water-nado, tornado below that. But, yeah. If you can pick up another living organism and it's used as a weapon, you're like, if you were walking around like, oh shit, Karen-nado came through and fucking sliced me with their fucking return receipts, that would be just as bad as a Sharknado.
That'd be worse than a Sharknado. It'd just be fucking annoying. So it'd just be, it's not even a quick death. It's just a slow fucking 1,000-cut death there.
You know how like wind sometimes has a noise as it crosses your ear, like that noise? Yeah. The Karen-nado is all just, let me speak to your manager. The whole time. It's like, God damn it.
Go back to your country. They've evolved. That's what they say now. They don't just say, let me talk to your manager.
I saw that, dude. And it's like, what the fuck? This Karen went off. We don't want any of them here. Okay. That's a little rough. Stupid Karens. They could die in a Sharknado or a Firenado all day long. Now that'd be some shit. If a Firenado then had Karens in it, oh man, burning Karens.
A Firenado, no, because they have like fire retardant hairspray in or some shit like that, so they won't burn.
No, the amount of hairspray they have to use to keep that like slick back bob on cut, dude, that shit would just scorch into this. It's like a Molotov cocktail. It's just the top of it that lights up and then it gets thrown around.
And when it hits something, it just explodes because
it just explodes. Yeah, full of fat perfume.
Oh my god, it's so annoying, but it smells so good.
See me, I smell bacon. It smells like bacon. It's like sprinkled donuts or some shit too.
What?
I don't know.
Some barbecue
sauce? I just picture better. Like baking, like Karen's baking like all day long. So it's just like it's like a cake.
You went with like that. What the hell was that girl's name? That lady's name? Paula Deen type Karen.
Yeah, the Paula Deen type thing. Okay. Yeah, it's just butter. There you go, butter and fucking bacon and fucking custards and I don't know anything else.
Donut sprinkles, sure, whatever.
All right, well, welcome to episode 15. We've made it.
15.
We are officially like the teenager that's trying to learn to drive, and maybe got a little over the shirt action. That's kind of what we're at right now as far as our age goes.
Yeah.
And
halfway to second base.
Yeah, right. I'm taking every episode just be how old we are. So when we get to episode like 306, we're gonna have to figure out like
what 306-year-olds do.
What 306 do? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you believe in like reincarnation, maybe you're in your second or third life by then. Maybe your fourth life by then.
Do you just want to reset at 100 then? Episode 101 would just like we're back to infancy stage again.
Well, that's logical, right? And since we're in the United States, we're going to be illogical. We should do it like 88 or something like that.
What is the when I was a kid, the average life expectancy was like 80, right? Like you just said, 88. But what is it now? Dude, it's still 78.5 years.
Yeah. So there you go. So episode 78
So as you get older.
Just halfway through 79 here.
Welcome to episode 78. Yeah. 78 and a half. So like I think by the time you hit 70, when you're a kid, you're like, I'm 6 months old. I'm 5.5. I'm 7.75, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
At 70, I think you could do the same thing again. I'm 70.5 because, you could die in that half year.
Sure.
That's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You start counting yourself in weeks again, or just start counting down. You can do that.
Jesus Christ.
Just pick an age and start counting down. How old are you? I'm 50. Think you're going to live to 100, and then next year you turn 49, 48, 40. And just go back the other way. That's
true. So check this out, dude. Canada's life expectancy is 82.25 years, and the UK, 81.16 years. So by simply just moving to a different country, you're going to gain years on your life.
Huh.
That's the math. Like, so say you're 78.25, you'd think you're going to die at 78.5.
Just move to Canada.
Just move to Canada.
And then England.
At least.
Oh, no, the other way. Move to England, then Canada.
Yeah. Spend a year in the UK and then move your ass to Canada. And then you can live for another few years.
Just dodging the Grim Reaper. Just can't find me.
That's it. It's Final Destination.
Yep.
Travel, Europe trip. Like, it's like taking a bunch of early 2000 movies and squishing them together.
Hold on a second. I got to raise my desk here.
Do you really have an automatic desk, or you like just put another book under it?
No, I do. I have it here. It goes up and down. Can you hear it?
No, I'm pretty sure I'll hear it later.
Oh, that's way better, dude. So my mic's actually in front of my mouth now versus in my fucking chin.
Well, that would be a good, that advice you can actually give for blowjobs too. Oh man, actually, in my mouth is where it goes. Just not on my chin.
What?
Can you imagine like getting a blowjob and just jamming it at your chin? Like, dunk, dunk. What the fuck are you doing? Like, dunk, dunk, dunk.
Would you go out with that girl again after that?
I don't know. It really depend on the outcome. Did it work? Was it a success, or was it something that just was like, no deal, Howie?
You're like,
we're not playing this game again.
Give me right in that butt chin. Let's do this.
Just oh my God.
That's got to be a thing. You got boob jobs, hand jobs, blow jobs, butt chin jobs.
Butt chin jobs. Man, if you're dating someone that's got a butt chin that hard, whoo-wee.
Chin jobs. CJs.
What if you like their noses were big enough?
Nostril jobs?
Nostril jobs, yeah.
I can see that. If the nose was big enough or the penis was small enough, sure.
Yeah. That if your finger is the exact size of your nostril. Did you know that?
Wow.
It's not bigger than your nostril.
Which finger?
Probably left for left nostril and right for right nostril.
But no, you got 5 fingers there.
Oh, your pointer finger.
Okay. Also known as the index finger, yes.
It's the exact same size as your nostril. So if you ever get big sausage hands, use your pinky because you're just going to flare out your nostrils by stretching it. It's like when you get people gauge their earlobes, you're just gauging your nostrils with your big, meaty Karen fingers.
You really on that Karen thing, huh?
I don't know, man. Well, yeah, kind of, because when I kind of started off saying it's hot, right? It's hot, but it's because my AC went out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we work in IT, and, when shit's broken or not working, like, how soon do we respond? Like, what is, like, our turnaround?
Our company or just in general?
Well, our company. I want just now, because we're kind of tainted. Like, the sense of urgency that we have, I'm jaded when it comes to shit dealing with other businesses because they don't live up to the same expectation. So I'm like, hey, so I called them last night and I was like, hey, my AC's busted.
Yeah, so if you called us last night, we would be on the phone with you last night.
Right. I called, I got a voicemail, didn't leave a message. I went to the website, registered a request for service, submitted the issue, blah, blah, blah. No email, no I got a confirmation, right? So then I was like, shit, that happened all night. I called them around 9 o'clock this morning. Hey, I submitted a request last night via online. This is what's going on. They're like, the soonest we can get out is next Tuesday.
The fuck?
So I'm like, and I said, okay, so I want to make sure I was clear. My AC no worky, and this is the as soon as you can get on an emergency dispatch. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, wow, okay. I guess I will try to call around. And if something doesn't work, I'll give you a call back. And she's like, well, good luck. Kind of like you're not going to call somebody and get them out sooner. I'm like,
good luck.
Fucking. So I'm kind of like fucking caring because she was like well, if you don't get something, then you just call us back. I'm like, okay. So that is the calling is a different like subsystem than me submitting the request. To this moment, I still haven't gotten like an email back like, hey, when would be a good time for us to come visit you type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well, fuck this guy. So I end up calling somewhere else. I get this person on the phone, super nice, super friendly. I told them what's going on. They were empathetic to the needs and the cause. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That sucks. It's
fucking
it's
hot.
Always terrible. Yeah, it's fucking hot. And she said, well, and this was the thing that kind of sold me. It's like, she said, well, my soonest appointment is tomorrow, so Thursday. Oh, today's Wednesday, so Thursday, tomorrow, between 7 and 10. But if someone finishes one of their work orders early or they can get out, I'll try to book them in to come over and take a look. Now, unfortunately, knowing the circumstances of today and how hot it is and all this shit going on with like fires and smoke and everything in between, I wasn't expecting him to come in today, so that's fine. But I'm expecting him tomorrow between 7 and 10, and they're going to probably fix my AC, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days sooner than fucking whatever the fuck company was doing trying to get someone out on Tuesday.
You should give them a review on Yelp.
Yelp review? Yeah. I'm going to give him one of those lengthy, long-winded, like, very emotionally deep reviews. For the 3 people that work there that give a shit. Yeah. Which is all 3 people and none of them give a shit. As my moobs sweated with precipitation, sitting in my desk chair, wondering if this agony would ever end. Man, 5 days. I knew I had to make a change. 5 days, you could probably learn how to fucking fix the AC yourself, man. Well, I thought about it for a minute. I was like, fuck, I can maybe go out here and figure it out. And I was like, I just kind of started looking at it and I was like, fuck all that. I don't want to do this right now. Because I have no clue. I like turned it on. Watch some YouTube videos. You'd be all right. I turned it on and it sounded like the fan motor wasn't kicking over. It'd make a noise and the fan motor would kick it over. And I'm like, well, if it's the fan motor that's not kicking over, then I don't have an extra one. And I'm not just going to go buy one hoping that it works. Because, pro tip, you can't really find HVAC parts like at Lowe's. That's not really a thing. No. It's like the whole fucking unit, or you got to like be part of some registered fucking HVAC club to be able to get parts out of, out of some shady, back alley fucking dumpster C-tainer to get them from. I don't know. Did you call the guy we used to play, or the referee that we used to have at hockey? Did you call that guy? A guy that plays hockey? No, because the ref. I think I know what you're talking about, and not to put him on blast. Right. But is his last name an animal? Yes. Okay. No, I didn't, because I don't think he likes me, so I didn't want to walk into a situation where it was like, yeah, dude, your AC's busted. It's like, well, that's going to cost you $1 million because you're a fucking asshole for the one time you hit me into the wall and da-da-da-da-da. Well, so that's what happens when you're a fucking goon in hockey, man. Well, have you ever seen him fucking flip his lid and rage off on people? Yeah, that's fine. He's a referee. We have jokingly... No, when he plays, he roid rages. Because he's a referee, dude. He gets people that yell at him all the fucking time, so yeah. Dude, he roid rages, and I've seen him fucking just go head first into people. Like, from halfway through the ice, skating as hard as he can, not stopping. Yeah, and then you're off the ice and you're okay. He deserves every inch. He deserves every inch of the shit that I've given him in the past. He's a nice guy. And then you probably could have, got the favor there, man. You could have got, your AC fixed. Because he hired, a bunch of other hockey players. You could have called one of them, too. Yeah, I guess I could have called. I know who you're talking about. I could have made a phone call there. Facebook message. I just didn't want to, gamble it and then be like, oh, yeah, fuck you, dude. Yeah, it's going to take, 4 days. So let me get this straight. Your on-ice pride fucked over your relationship to possibly have your shit done today. My on-ice pride? I don't know if it's pride. Just on-ice presence potentially fucked me over. And usually I'm pretty nice to most people, but some people, nah, they just don't get it. No, even if I do pin someone nice and they're like, oh, good hit or a good play, I get those, a fair amount of time. Or they try to back me into the crease and as I'm pestering them in front of the crease trying to get them out of your face, they still fucking, oh, that was a good play. Fuck, you can't move me. I can't move you. Yeah, dude, you better go play somewhere else. But this guy, just straight veins popping out of his eyeballs, yelling at people. Well, dude, he can't do it as a ref. He's got to do it some other way. Well, he did it. He was doing it to refs because someone missed a call and he was losing his shit. Yeah. I literally watched him like fucking rage off the ice one time. It was nuts.
That's cool. But your AC could have been fixed.
Maybe, or it could have cost me like $20,000 because that was the only option I would have.
You can't Firenado those bridges, bro. You gotta keep them intact. You can only send the Karens over once in a while.
I can Firenado's anything I want, and there's plenty of other bridges in this area for me to pursue.
Yeah, and then you got the Susan Bridge that told you to FO until Tuesday. So I guess you figured it out.
I got tomorrow.
I got tomorrow.
I'm okay with tomorrow. I can take it. But yeah, it was a little rough. It was a little rough last night. 104 degrees outside. My house is a balmy 90 degrees. But hey, we out here.
We out here.
Well, did we have any feedback or submissions we need to follow up on this week?
We did. Some people really wanted to know about the little part of Michigan that's attached to Wisconsin for no reason.
Oh, the Wisconsin hat. Yeah.
People,
and how it's owned by Michigan.
They were wondering about that. We had a couple people like, yeah, I've always wondered about that, including yourself.
Yeah.
So
it's like if Michigan just laid their dick on top of Wisconsin's face and just said, "I'm going to leave this here now. This is mine. It's my dick, but we're going to keep it at your house." Like that's what they did.
So I did a little research for the fans and for yourself there about why that is.
Okay.
And it turns out that Michigan kind of got dicked around a little bit when it was coming into the statehood with the United States there, and Andrew Jackson kind of bitch slapped him a bit. But it ended up working out in their favor. That's the moral of the story here. There's a good moral of the story, sort of.
What was the bitch slap? Like, what does that mean? Like, what did they do?
Yeah, so back in the day, this is from brief Googling. So,
which was a Tuesday, right? Tuesday,
well, actually, it was today, so Wednesday. I did some Googling on my lunch break.
Oh, no, but back in the day, what day is when you go back in the day?
Wednesday.
I thought it was a Tuesday.
No, it's a Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Leap year. Leap year changed that day to back in the day. Got it.
Sure. Back in the day, which was a Wednesday.
Right. Got
it. We acquired Michigan from the territory from the English after, we signed the treaty with them and the revolution and stuff, but the English didn't exit out of that area for a while, so they kind of just hung out.
America's never done that before.
So when I actually flipped over, that's where we got it. And the original territory that we got included they call it a little hat of Michigan. They call it the Upper Peninsula, and then the main Michigan that people think of is the Lower Peninsula, right? So when we got the territory from the English, finally, it included all of the Lower Peninsula that we see today, and then it included just the east part of the Upper Peninsula, so just a little smidge of the Upper Peninsula. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how they got that part of it, and then eventually they're like, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and expand into the Wisconsin territory," which at one point included Wisconsin and Indiana and Minnesota and all that stuff, right? And that also freed up the next part of that Upper Peninsula, so they basically took it over. And then what happened was, so now they have pretty much all of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, the Lower Peninsula. They have part of Wisconsin as part of the territory, right? And then part of Indiana and those types of things, which in Minnesota, which kind of ended up being split up later. Then they go apply for their statehood, right? And they're like, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and apply for a statehood, which can include all this fancy stuff." And the United States like, "No, you can apply for your statehood, but you have to go back to your original borders," which just included the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula. Meanwhile, as they're doing this, Michigan and Ohio are over here disputing with each other, and there's this thing called the Toledo area between Ohio and Michigan, and they're disputing that part of the land, hey, should it be part of Michigan or should it be part of Ohio, right? And Ohio's like, it's ours, and Michigan's like, well, we want it. And so basically Andrew Jackson basically came in and said, "Hey, you give Ohio the Toledo part that they want, and we'll give you the rest of the Upper Peninsula," right? Because it was supposed to go back to just a smidgen of the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, just like right above the actual.
And they're
state
like,
of
we'll give you
Michigan.
we'll give you the full Upper Peninsula if you cede to Ohio here and basically do that. And so Michigan's like, well, that's bullshit. So they all have at this point, Michigan's already trying to be a state. So they like, already getting their, Congress, or not the Congress, but the government in place and those types of things in order to be assumed by the states and stuff like that. And so they hold this thing to vote about it and they decline it, right? Because they're like, it's bullshit. Nobody wants this Upper Peninsula because it's just wilderness and, Indian tribes are up there and no one gives a shit about it and it's not profitable. And so Andrew Jackson helps align some people and does a revote and gain some supporters. And basically the way that Wikipedia puts it is like he just added more supporters for the movement into this vote. So rigged the election here a little bit. And
we've never done that before either.
This is the guy that's on the $20 bill, right? And so he basically says like, they go through and it passes. And so now they have the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula minus the Toledo area that they gave to Ohio. And they're like, well, this is bullshit. So most of Michigan thought it was a loss because they were like, hey, we can't really do anything with this Upper Peninsula. It's just fucking wasted land, basically. Because at that point, the fur trades had kind of slowed down a little bit because they had, overhunted the beavers and those types of things that they were trading along that lines. But the happy end of the story, after Michigan got jacked over by Wisconsin again about river territory, they found out there's a bunch of mineral deposits in that Upper Peninsula. And so Michigan was able to open up a bunch of mines and stuff, and they actually mined and got more mineral deposits out of the Upper Peninsula than all of the California gold rush.
Dang.
But in the end, all those mines shut down in the early 2000s here, late 90s, early 2000s. And so it's a different economy up there, obviously. Some of them are opening back up, but they were able to mine from the mid 1830s until 1995 is when the last kind of mine shut down. So
you did all this research on your lunch?
Yeah, dude.
Man, you need to find some like other hobbies.
The people wanted to know. So this is what I got from about a half an hour. It was probably 20 minutes of me researching shit. I didn't pull all that from Wikipedia. I actually checked some sites and those types of things too. So
props to you.
And that's all from the top of my head of just doing this research. So
if you were in a class or giving a presentation, I would have given you a B+.
A B+? Because
that was impressive.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So there you go. So if you ever wondered why there's that little hat there, it's because Michigan kind of got dicked over by their land disputes and ended up acquiring it, and they were pissed off about it and then cashed in. Yeah.
Well, it worked out in their favor. I would have been more entertained if, like, while they were drawing the state line, someone accidentally sneezed too hard and then they covered it up because I fucked up the line. It was like, well, fuck. Well, I'm just going to keep it this way. Like, I meant to do that. And then that's how Michigan was won. That'd be a more entertaining story, but
nope.
Not as political. There's a lot of layers there. Well, thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you for reporting back. I hope that the person that was curious about this actually will listen to this episode and get their history on.
I'll make them listen to it. I'll make sure they get a copy of this, and I'll burn it to a DVD because I just said copy, right? So I'll just give them a CD and make sure they play it in their CD player in their car or something.
The more you know. That's the stars going over right in my head right now with the rainbow behind it. The more you know right now.
So there you go.
Good job.
If there's anything else you want to know, give me 20 minutes and I'll give you a high overview glossy of what the hell it is. It is crazy though. It is crazy though, like how those things kind of just work themselves out, right?
Yeah. Well, we ask kind of random ass questions all the time, and it's funny is that like I probably won't forget that story or that history now because of us asking stupid ass questions on this podcast and then trying to find the answers.
And you can probably tell that to somebody, and you'll be maybe 75% right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Give me a margin of error a little bit, but yeah, you're good to go.
I learned something today. I feel like my brain has grown that much more. I could feel it.
Yep.
In my skull.
People wanted to know.
So I want to go back a couple episodes. We were talking about wedding crashing. Do you remember when we were talking about that? I had this epiphany to add to that mix. Remember we were talking about that, like crashing weddings and doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah, is our flashback segment to like
yeah,
callbacks here?
This is called recap. This is a recap segment. Yeah,
we're just catching up on stuff.
We're gonna have segments now. This is how we're evolving even further. We're having segments.
Okay, cool. So my recap is I'm on the H's in my Netflix.
Hang on. That's an end thing. You talk about that at the end. That's a closing.
Oh, sorry.
You know, where we talk about the giveaways and we talk about what we still got going on and how to reach us, and we'll get there soon enough.
Well, technically, I'm like HI right now, so it just is what it is.
Oh man, you are just spoiler alerting the shit out of the closing.
Yeah,
we're about halfway through this. Slow down. So anyway, I decided I had this epiphany, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be great, because all the people that have had wedding crashing, I'm like, I got to do this. This is gonna be great. I want to do this super bad.
Yep.
And then I was like, it's gonna be prime time.
You want to do it like super bad, or do you want to do it?
No, like I want to do it really, really much so.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
so prime time. So what I want to do is want to kind of make it over especially for our podcast and what we do here. I want to make it kind of more entertaining. Prime time though, because of all the COVID things going on, people rescheduling their weddings or canceling or whatever, which means that next year, if everything goes back to normal, if everything goes back to normal, they're going to fucking be every weekend, 50 plus weddings, that I could find each weekend to go and participate in.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I am determined in 2021 to go crash a wedding.
You're going to go buy like a newspaper and we'll go to the wedding announcement section and just do that? Can you do that?
I don't think people post their weddings like obituaries. I don't think that's a thing.
It was back in the day. Wedding announcements and stuff. You put that in the newspaper.
Well, sure. I don't think that happens anymore. So I think I'm just going to type in random names at thenot.com and see if I get lucky.
Can you do that?
I don't know. Didn't you have a not web page or something?
Yeah, but I don't know if you can
Dude, it was an open page. It was like Courtney and Ray,
Yeah, but you gotta actually. Can you just search by a last name or something? Like if you put in Jackson, do you think we could get somebody?
I don't know. I have a few months. I'm gonna have more than 20 minutes to do research.
No, dude, you can't. I'm doing it right now. You have to have a first name too. So. Last name Jackson. What do you think first name?
Mike. Just pick random shit like common names.
Mike Jackson.
Mike Smith.
Oh, here we go.
Mike Jackson.
Mike Jackson and Jenny.
Oh.
Other. The location is other. Alabama, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Texas, Hawaii, Florida. No, none in California.
I didn't say I wouldn't travel for this, by the way.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a good point. This could be a weekend bender.
All right.
So I just got to find one that's happening in the future.
Mike Jackson and Juanita Crawford. That's happening next weekend, bro.
You see, it's not 2021, but that's what I'm talking about, right? I can do this. And I think with the help of people around us, they can promote and give us weddings to go to. And maybe we'd even go to friend of a friend's wedding where it's even more entertaining that their wedding gift was sending a wedding crasher that made their wedding that much more enlightening. I want to go to at least one, if not more, if I can get the right timing out for people and I get good feedback and maybe people help me with, hey, this wedding's happening here and time and when. Because I want to we should do a bingo card.
Really?
And that it would be a giveaway. So Dan gives a speech, so and so that I have to do these things cut in on the first dance with the bride and groom, whatever it is.
You can't do that one. That's an automatic kick out right there.
Well, the thing is, I have to balance out the being conspicuous a little bit. People not really know, everyone's kind of who's that guy, and then kind of go on above and beyond to see if I can get away with some shit, that's that, because for me, what's the worst that happens? I get kicked out of a wedding. Okay, so I got a couple drinks in. I just get to go to a bar afterwards and hang out and have fun. But what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not like the police are gonna come and arrest me for getting kicked out of a wedding.
Maybe for trespassing. If it was something where you could trespass, maybe.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. But I'll just, I'll politely leave. I'll leave the gift because we talked a little bit about what kind of gifts I get, but
the one with grandma.
Yeah. Becoming BFFs with Nana.
Pretend to be the bartender.
That's a good one. Oh, you see, this is it. So We need the feedback. I want to know what kind of random ass things
pretend to be the bartender.
People do at weddings.
Try to catch the garter.
Try to catch the garter. Catch the garter.
Take a photo with a couple.
Right.
What else? Request a song and dance to it. The song was requested by Dan.
Yeah. That's it. So we're going to do like a punch card.
But it's got to be the same song. Like, what would be the same song that you request every time?
I don't know. I have inklings of Flavio and just want to record Pony.
Pony.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should be Livin' La Vida Loca.
Oh my God. Do I have a wardrobe change that has to happen in there too?
Yeah. You're going to get one of those. You got to wear one of those tuxedos that has like magnets. So you can just rip that shit off.
And then there's a watermelon colored button up under it with big collars or something.
Absolutely. Okay. Just like you're in Menudo.
See.
That's a smart joke there if people don't know that he used to be part of Menudo.
Yep, it's true.
Anyways, here you go. I just looked up Mike Smith in 2021. You got a ton of them. September, June. As a matter of fact, 2 of these are in Michigan.
All right. You see, we could do a little history traveling and fucking crash a wedding.
Oh,
yeah, and I got to have a hot
Mexico?
date. I got to have a hot date because that's going to get me some street cred too.
This might be a gay wedding, actually.
Well, then you're going to have to go with me.
That one's even... That'd be funny. How would you crash a gay wedding? Would it be different?
Why?
Would it be different? No, how? Would it be different? Do they do anything different than...
I don't think so. I think it's just a wedding, dude.
Huh.
I've been to a gay wedding. It's the same.
So this gay wedding was in Mexico, if that helps you.
Okay. Well, I got to get my passport lined up. So again, options. So next year is the year of wedding crashing. And I at least need to get one, and if they take off and I get the opportunity to go to more, then we're going to get a punch card. So it's like, when you you buy 9 subs and you get your 10th one free. We fill out the the official ILPAC wedding crashing punch card, and then we'll do a giveaway. So if I'm able to accomplish all of the goals in all of the punch cards boxes, we'll do a giveaway. What do you think?
I'm good. You don't get a prize though?
My prize is actually getting it done and doing all the shit. My prize is having these stories about this one time I went to this bar mitzvah, or whatever. It maybe doesn't even have to be weddings. It could be whatever. It crashes this party. Oh my God. You could go to the public library of the city or the high school and find an old yearbook and just be like, yeah, I'm Charles, Fredrickson. And they're like, oh my God, you changed so much.
It'd be great if it'd be great because you graduated 2002 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from high school. So if you go to one that was an 87.
We thought you died in a car accident. No. Man, you look great for 60.
Yeah, dude. High school reunions. Are those still going on? Obviously not now, but
I don't know. My 20 year would be in 2 years if it is going to happen. And
so you're just going to crash that?
Well, I might because I don't really want, right now in my mind, I don't feel like going to it. I don't really conversate with people from high school too much. There's 4 people that I do, and I all talk to them still to this day. So I don't know about all that, but okay. So we got some time. ILPAC listeners, ILPAC posse, whatever we don't really have a name for our fan base here.
No,
but we'll have to work on that. But give me your punch cards. What would you want Dan to do at these wedding crashing events?
Bar mitzvahs, high school reunions,
any kind of large event. And if you can find these events, I need give me 8-week lead times on them. So we're starting in January. If I can maybe hit one a month, that would be pretty solid. But yeah, give me 8-week lead time so I can coordinate if I have to travel, if I gotta be somewhere, what kind of outfits, what kind of theme is it? Do I have the right things?
Lead time on shipping for the dildo you're gonna leave. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Shipping times and costs, that kind of stuff. I have to consider all that. So yeah, I'm interested and eager, and it's probably even more fun if you know somebody that maybe I don't know, a friend of your friend or something like that you want to prank on, and I'll even drop hints or references to people are like, who are you? I'm like, oh, I'm a friend of, Ray. And they'll have to know who you are, right?
Yeah.
But they may not know who I am.
Yeah, I know this person, that person. Me and this person have been friends for years.
Well, that establishes credibility, right? Like that you should be there a little bit.
Well, even better if you get invited to a wedding, one of our fan members here, and you don't want to go, just RSVP yes and send Dan the wedding invite.
There you go. That's the way to go too.
Or a high school reunion. There you go.
Need a little backstory. I'll need a little, maybe, like I said, maybe I'll be able to get some research because I mean,
we'll call you on lunch. We'll take 15 minutes, do some research. Ray will write up notes.
I could social media stalk a little bit too and probably find out like who their mom is, who their dad, who their uncle is, like who, and figure all that shit out. So I'm like prepared with material to go in.
Yeah. Register on ancestry.com as a person and see if you can get the family tree real quick.
Yeah. And just add myself to the family tree as a crazy like third uncle.
Then like you just bring up your phone. See, I'm right here. I am right here.
Yeah. Did you not know? Like I got the invite.
Twice removed, bro. Twice removed.
Maybe it's because my mail was forwarded to your grandma's sister. Like that's some box. Random shit. Or P.O. Oh man, I could do it. It's gonna be great. And all this is gonna train me for when I want to become an actual spy. Because then I will then have this credibility to say like, what makes you a good spy? I was like, I've crashed 362 weddings in the last 5 years. Like. And no one had any fucking clue. Here's some evidence of my excursions and the evidence, and the documentation of what took place.
And we'll just put up a website with a win-loss record. So did you get discovered or not? And then people can just submit, send in like, hey, go crash this wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Watch it take off like the, what was that? The I need to trade this paperclip thing or the big red paperclip?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where they just trade to upgrade and didn't the guy like get a house or something afterwards?
Yeah. And then people start buying you as a present, right? So I'm going to buy a wedding crasher as a present. That could happen.
Yeah. Or maybe I just start like my own Cameo where you pay me to like not say happy birthday to you on Instagram because I'm famous, but like you pay me just to go crash your friend's wedding for the shit of it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I do a cameo there. Hey Ray, I'm at so and so's wedding here. Just want to say you're missing on a hell of a party, aren't we, everybody? And you spin around in a circle, and and fucking
take the top layer of the cake
comes
and
on.
Leave.
And take figure in the icing and just I'm out of there. Yeah, that's great too. Like, oh, excuse me, I just need to use the restroom for a minute, and then I'm just gone. Like poof. Things get a little too spicy.
Oh god, guys, I gotta take a shit. I'll be back.
Oh my god, explosive diarrhea.
That oyster bar was probably bad. Gotta go.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Because then, like, I'll even leave a review. Yeah, crashed this wedding. Bar selection terrible.
You're gonna Yelp. You're gonna Yelp the weddings.
Who does candy bars? Like, come on. What'd you have for dinner? 3 Swedish fish and fucking and a donut.
That's what the Knot should do. Is they should expand out their website to wedding reviews, so people can write reviews of weddings.
There is a subreddit for wedding shaming, which I started following. It's pretty good.
It's probably pretty good. I don't doubt that, but it's not the same as like I got invited to this wedding. I know this person, and I'm going to go and give it like 3 stars or 5 stars or 2 stars, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I get it.
That'd be crazy though. You get some fights for sure. What the fuck, Nana? You only rated my wedding 1 star? You paid for it.
Well, it was a waste of money. God damn it! I wish I never spent it.
You should have married your cousin.
Oh my god. Dude, that'd be a fun checkbox to go to a good old Southern bumpkin inbred their wedding. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You probably do need to like figure it out though, because you don't want to go to like a wedding in the hood or something like that and be like,
Well, I mean, that'd be great. I mean, just to see if I can fit in, and if I can't, then it's gonna be a bust. But
yeah.
We'll want to try.
Okay. Well, let me know how it goes when you try to crash a quinceañera.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna buy those boots that got the really long points on them. They're like the fancy dancers. I'm gonna buy a set of those. So you'll just blend right in with the mariachi band.
You're only gonna do the fun ones though, right? Like you're not gonna do like crash a funeral or a wake or anything like that.
No, I no. This is lighthearted because I feel like something that emotionally heavy, and if I got busted or caught, I would feel shitty, like ruining their day to recognize
that person,
their family member. Yeah. But weddings are supposed to be fun and joyous. They're happy occasions, right? Like, if I got busted, I wouldn't feel as bad. I'd be like, hey, you got a good story for your wedding. Thanks. Like, no one's like, hey, I got a shitty story for my uncle's funeral. Like, that's not the same kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. So no suggestions on that, team.
Yeah.
Fucking thinking about that stuff, guys.
Yeah. This is supposed to be fun and joyous, not sad and terrible.
Right.
Cool. Good. Well, thanks for walking through that with me, Ray, and ironing out some of the framework. Yeah. So again, if you can submit your thoughts, opinions, weddings that are coming up, something that may be entertaining, like let me take a look, and I'll definitely try to see what we can line up for 2021 because they're going to be in abundance this next year.
You should crash a freshman orientation at a college. Not as a freshman, but as like hey, they sent me along to like shadow you on this tour.
Or maybe I just like give a tour of the campus.
But you can either shadow it or try to grab a group of people and start to give it a tour.
Just take a group. Can you imagine? Like I just go buy a sweatshirt in the fucking student store. Like, all right, everybody, come with me. We're going to start the tour now. Over here is the cafeteria. That says computer science. Yep, you can get great snacks in there. That's like people wouldn't believe me if I did that shit for Sac State. Like you can get the best breakfast burritos you ever had there. That's a Chinese restaurant. I know what I said, God damn it, and it's true. Best breakfast burritos at that Chinese restaurant in the morning. Oh, they're so good.
They don't serve crepes anymore. Shut up. I know when to get a sandwich and soda. It's a lunchtime.
Sandwich and soda.
It's a lunchtime.
It's a lunchtime. It's the only place.
I used to do that for, your college and you're broke and you don't really have a lot of money. So every once in a while I used to invite, like, I'd be at school in class or whatnot and whatever girl I'm talking to would be like, hey, let's meet up or whatnot. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm on campus. So they'd come meet me on campus and I would give pseudo tours of the campus for like the date. That would be the thing. I'd just walk around campus and talk about shit.
Wow, dude. That
worked? They fucking ate it up, dude. Because I would walk around and be like, here's the bench that I eat my croissant on. And then over here is where you'll see a bunch of squirrels having sex. And then over here is where I have a class with this teacher who I don't fucking like. And then this is an amphitheater where I've never been before. So this is the first time I've been here. Like, that's how my tour would be. I'd just be walking around talking about shit.
And they would be thoroughly entertained by it?
I fucking loved it, dude. You guess how much it cost me? Free $99.
Sandwich and a soda.
Not even that. Just fucking walk around.
It's a lunchtime.
Just walk around.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I don't really know why it worked. Maybe it's because they thought they were getting to know me more or something. But just walk around.
We're learning about him.
Shit. I think I did probably about a half dozen of those tours, to be honest with you.
Man, you could have applied to be a fucking freshman orientation.
It would have been way more exciting for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could have like talked to the moms and the kids.
Yeah. Well, these were personalized one-on-one tours.
Got it.
Yeah. So
now the trick would be you can make everyone feel like it's their own one-on-one tour.
Yeah.
Pazao.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Good times. So there you go. If you're a college student and you're trying to figure out what you need to do, give a pseudo tour of your campus to whatever girl you're seeing.
It sounds like you're the professional. Like, yeah, you maybe you do the fake college tour. You're gonna have to jump in and crash a college tour.
You want me to crash a college tour? Okay.
I think you have to. Yeah, because you have the experience already of reps. But so you're gonna have to do that, and you just gave a no moneyed college student an idea to take a girl out on a date.
Yeah, even if you didn't go to college, man, you can still do that.
Sure, walk around campus and poke at shit.
Yeah, you can't do it at high school.
Make stuff up.
That's not impressive at high school because they're kind of like, when you're in high school, they're with you there most of the time, so you can't really like, hey, all that stuff. But yeah, and then you don't want to take a college chick back to high school and it's like, oh yeah, this is when my, where I peaked out in my life is in high school. You don't do that.
This is where I got beat up by the jocks for squeaking my voice through science class this one time.
Right.
Yeah,
this is where I get wedges every day. No, you don't want to do
that. Dude, high school is kind of awkward. I never like agreed or believed with people that like high school is the best years of your life type thing. I'm like, no,
not for me. I was just trying to get the fuck through it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. But like the best years,
no.
Of all the years I've lived so far, I definitely can think of other years in my life that were way better than the 4 years I spent in college, or I mean, high school.
Well, I mean,
some of them being in college, actually, now I think about it.
I guess if you are afraid of responsibility and ownership of your own actions, it could be the best time in your life.
Yeah, but I've done so much more shit.
Yeah, but you're not afraid of responsibility or ownership of your own actions, right? So once you become an adult, you have to like, oh, I actually get in trouble for shit now, right? I actually have to pay my rent. In high school, for the most part, majority of people don't have to do that, right? So they get to be a pseudo adult and not really have any legitimate responsibilities, right? For the most part. I mean, there's obviously outliers in that. But yeah, you don't really have to do anything. So that's why. And then as soon as you become 18 or you become an adult, you have to like, I gotta be responsible for me and maybe some other people too. So then that becomes a little bit daunting and people don't know how to handle that. And then they go, man, high school, they reflect back. It was so great in high school. I got to go to parties every night and, we got drunk all the time and they just can't get out of that mindset of there's more to life than doing those things. Yeah,
but I could like get drunk all the time now if I wanted to.
Yeah, but you're a responsible adult. A lot of people aren't.
Well, and then some people, I mean, you kind of hit the line there earlier, peak out. Like some people, that is the big milestone for them.
High school, all pro.
I did it.
Football player was going to go off and do big things and make it to the NFL, and shit never happens. So yeah, it is what it is.
And then you just spend the rest of the time being Uncle Rico, trying to throw footballs over mountains, reminiscing about the good old days. When
you build the foundation of your identity on your football career in high school and it doesn't pan out for you, that becomes an issue.
Sure.
Yeah.
I definitely would think that if you're stuck in that moment in time, like you got to find a way to pick yourself up and find a way to make the next moment that you're going to have the best time of your life, whatever that looks like.
It's hard to grow, so people don't do it. They don't want to grow. It's not easy to do. You have to continuously learn. You have to work at stuff, and it's not something that people want to just regularly naturally do is work.
Well, we were also conditioned as kids to not grow up. It was part of our favorite store ever. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with, from bikes to trains to video games. It's the biggest toy store there is.
Look what happened to that store.
B-fucking-K, motherfucker.
Gone.
Amazon.
Gone.
Amazon.
It went the way of Godshocks and Montgomery Ward and Mervyn's.
Amazon.
Blockbuster.
Amazon. No, Netflix. Sorry.
Gone.
Blockbuster was Netflix. Amazon.
They should sell some Jeffrey dollars. Maybe you can open up an Amazon account and start selling some Jeffrey bucks just as like a throwback.
I bet you can eBay some Jeffrey dollars. Get them for nostalgia, put them in a frame.
Yeah.
Man, and look at it and shake your head with your arms crossed going, man, those were the days, I tell you what.
First Jeffrey bucks.
Speaking of which, my Amazon packages are outside. I just got an email for it. Thanks, Amazon.
Probably go get those, man, because
it's dark outside. It's nighttime. This shit gets stolen.
Sketch neighborhood.
All right, dude. Well, you want to wrap it? I mean, this was a quick burner, but we learned some shit real quick and set up the tone for 2021.
Burner like a Firenado or Lavanado?
Well, I think more of a Firenado because I think burning is more effective with the Firenado at the quicker than later. I feel like lava would be like, oh, shit's hot, and then inevitably burns.
Mm-hmm.
Where fire's already burning.
Okay. Quick Firenado.
Quick Firenado this episode. So, Ray, thank you for your time as always.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
For all you listeners out there, thank you. I'm going to thank you every time for everything you guys do.
Wait a second.
Listening.
I just thought of something. Do you think that at the end of a Firenado, there's a little airbender bending fire? Kind of like a Leprechaun pot of gold status thing.
At the end of it? Which way? Like the one in the sky?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think you just blew my mind a little bit thinking about a little guy like sitting on the top or the bottom of a tornado, like
swirling,
whooshing his hand around, making a tornado happen.
All right. Well, and would that be a airbender or a firebender or both?
Well,
maybe you got one.
Fuck, man, you are just messing with my brain. Stop it.
Well, I did find out from Netflix that you can watch both The Last Airbender and Legends of Korra, so maybe we can watch that and find out. It's all on Netflix, so go watch that shit. But I'm in the HI section, right?
What? You're in the HIs already?
Yeah, man.
How do we know? That's crazy.
HIs. So I did watch an I movie before I got done with the H stuff. It was called Indian Horse, which was a very sad movie, actually.
Native American Horse.
No, it's actually called Indian Horse. It's about Native Americans, though. Well, yeah, from Canada. And it's a hockey movie. So I thought it was going to be like I thought it was going to be one of those like coming of age, like, hey, he went through some rough times as a kid and then he, made it to the NHL type stories. It was not that. It was not that at all.
All right. So HIs, we're about almost halfway through your laundry list of TV you got to get through, and Netflix doesn't even sponsor this one. No sponsor here.
Yeah. I started It Man 2, and there's like 4 of those movies, so I got to get through that. And then I start hitting some series, and there's a couple of them that are a couple seasons long, so I'm gonna hit kind of a grind spell here in a little bit.
Stretch.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about what giveaways we're still doing?
Gift cards. Giving away gift cards. Giving away bidet. And I got some shredding here I can give to you, too, if you guys want some shredding materials.
I don't think anybody wants shredding.
Scrap
what do we
paper.
have to do? For someone who might be new to listening to our podcast and doesn't understand how to listen to podcasts, what do we have to get to start that giveaway?
Retweet us.
No.
Kidding. Fuck Twitter. Trying to get to 100 followers on Instagram. So
That's it. We're about, let me check my red thermometer I colored in. We're about 25% of the way there. So that's good.
We got a new person this week though.
Did we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, new person.
I don't know them, but they I think they know you.
I might have. Yeah, they might have.
Do you want to call them out?
Let me see. Hang
on. Paul.
Oh, that's Paul. Yeah.
Paul. Thanks, Paul, for the follow.
Thanks, Paul. Man, good guy. That guy's a good guy. I like Paul. All right.
Should we follow back here or no? His account's private, so we can't see any of his shit.
I have him on another account.
Oh.
I can see. He actually promos like knives and stuff.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. So if you guys want some cool knives, you can hit us up and I'll send a referral your way.
Should we invite him on the show and talk about serrations and shit?
I'd want to know like the perfect knife to like, just in case like my wedding crashing gets dicey. How do I fucking like shot to get my way out of it?
Butterfly knife for sure, dude. You definitely have to have a butterfly knife.
Something scary enough, but like just get the job done, but not be so like fucking. Yeah, well, check this out. I got a machete. Like I don't want one of those,
Yeah.
So good. 100 followers on Instagram. We start the giveaway process. We will do giveaways in order. Gift cards first, and then we will do a special giveaway for the bidet. Submit your requests for wedding crashing, punch card ideas, and or wedding venues that I can participate in. You can send that to us at any of our socials at ILPAC Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Fuck Twitter. We get it. You can send it to our email address at ilpacpodcast@gmail.com. If you can't remember any of that stuff, I'll make it easy for you. All those links are at our website, ilpac.com. Just go there. You can click all the buttons and take it away from there. Ray, any final thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I've been saying fuck Twitter a lot, but I did realize the other day that the best time to use Twitter is to get your updates on the fires that are going on in California. Cal Fire does a really good job with tweeting, even better than their regular website, which crashes often. So if you want live updates on the fires that are going on in California, visit their Twitter account.
fuck Twitter unless the website sucks. Is that what I hear?
Pretty much, yeah. It's probably good for fires and crimes and those types of things. Other than that, fuck that. Don't need it.
Twitter, the toxicity of Twitter. You could say fuck the toxic Twitter, but the meaningfulness of Twitter, I get it. Yeah. Okay, good.
All right, thanks guys.
All right, Ray. Episode 121 in the books.
15.
We made it. All right. Talk to you guys next week.